And I think we finally got there. We are live. Welcome, everyone, to It's Time to Excel. And I am so excited. It has been quite a few minutes till I've been out here on It's Time to Excel. And it's great to kind of get this relaunched back into place and get things moving. And I'm so honored and blessed to have Sasha Sadath with us here today. And we were talking, we're in a coaching program together. And we've kind of gotten to know each other and figured out that, you know what? Entrepreneurs, this is the clientele that we're serving. And it's such a wonderful opportunity to get to share both of our strengths with our audiences and help them to go. And your specialty, my dear, is specifically into intuition. And that was a great conversation that we had on how important intuition is for the business owner, for our small business friends and entrepreneurs that are out there. So take a moment, and I would love to welcome you here. Why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself, Sasha?
Thank you. Well, my name is Sasha Sabbath, and I am the Intuition Success Strategist. I'm a healer, and I am a soul guide for entrepreneurs. And I've been in business for a long time. I'm very grateful, 38 years. And basically, the name of the game right now is personal power to show up in this world, in the marketplace that is funded by your spiritual power. Now that comment is a religion-free zone. This is all about whatever your unique connection is through your intuition, where your conscious mind is receiving wisdom and guidance from your spiritual realms. That's it.
Well, very cool. And I know as we were kind of talking, it's like when you really are in tune with your intuition, what makes such a difference? Because the very first thing that comes, you end up attracting more money, faster results, unshakable confidence, or just three of the words that we were just talking about, or three of the things, the results of really tapping into your intuition. Now, you said you've been doing this for a very long time. So what kind of got you started? Let's kind of get an idea of what got you started into this awesome gift that you're sharing with us today.
Thank you. Well, I believe that my story is not that unique in that what I have found is that people's life experiences, their journeys from early childhood is a very precise kind of path. The people, the skills, the experiences, the passions, the desires, the motivations, those impetuses that has put certain experiences on their path. So that's the umbrella. And specifically for me, I was unemployable. From early childhood, infancy, I was very, very sick with conditions that had no label. All that we knew was that I was not functioning well. I was bedridden several times in my life. And it was a painful entry into the world, so to speak. And really, the reason that I became self-employed was because in order for me to make a living so that I could be an income earner, so to speak, I had to have my own gig. I had to have my own business. I had to be able to cancel appointments if I needed to so that I could sleep or get over certain symptoms. I had to have maximum flexibility. And when I was working for employers, bless their hearts, my work product was not good. I would have fired me also. It was that kind of a scenario. And
Sure.
so I set out to heal myself. And to heal myself and to develop a skill set that I could really believe in, that I would be able to offer clients. And the reason that even came across my mind was that my daddy was self-employed. So I had that in the air. And my mom wanted to have a business of her own also. So that was a theme that was permeating possibilities. And in the 1980s, 1985, 84, 86, I just girded myself up with a ton of certifications because these were systems that I wanted to use on myself and did. So I became a Reiki master, a certified hypnotherapist, certified neurolinguistic programmer. I became a certified acupressurist. And I also became a masseuse. And so I landed on all fours, given that I'm an animal advocate. I landed on all fours into my own business with all of those bells and whistles to offer people. And then I found the coaching industry. And now here's the interesting twist of things was that I started out being a singer, dancer, actress, in as early as elementary school. I got leads in all kinds of plays and so on. And the clicking sound of your keyboard is interesting.
I'm talking to Nikki that's chatting with us here. So we have somebody that has joined in Nikki's podcast. So I'm answering her.
Okay, Nikki's podcast.
Yes, I'm not sure who it is, but she said that she's believes that we're all gifted and some are more aware of it than others.
Oh, so she's watching. Hi, Nikki.
So I've just been kind of going along and kind of filling in.
Yeah,
I multitask. I know you're not supposed to, but I do.
Do we know Nikki? Do you know
I'm not
her?
sure who it is. Not off the top of my head. It's awesome to have you.
See how spirit works? The magnetic field, it pulled in people. So we know that what we're talking about is important because somebody already picked up on it telepathically.
Yep.
So what I started to say was that starting my path as an aspiring singer, dancer, actress, I took all kinds of drama school classes, and I was a singer so being in front of audiences was also a skill that I learned. And so now today in the coaching world, being a public speaker and doing all of those things, I already had that in my sphere of cellular memory, so to speak, and desire. So that's how I started.
Okay. And that's awesome because now as we've been kind of growing and, we both serve the entrepreneur world. And I think we both have a real strong passion for the entrepreneur and helping them to be successful no matter what's going on. Because, life throws us a few challenges on a daily basis, pretty much every minute usually. And I think that's why and I think that's probably why we've connected a bit on saying, you know what, there are ways to work through this. And the more you're aware, the more you understand, the more that you are moving in the right direction and realizing it, that's what makes all the difference. So when we specifically take this to intuition, and we're really focusing in on that about helping those results, on how they can use their intuition, why is it so important? Why is it so important to really get in tune with that?
Well, there are two dimensions from which I'm going to answer that question. Let's talk about the ego, human level, enjoying one's life, getting the most out of life, being freed up within oneself to follow one's will, to follow one's intuition, to get an intention happening, to have an intention, actually what I call from vision to victory, where you go from an idea into, if it is a physical, plain, measurable accomplishment, you'll see it, you'll hear it, you'll feel it, maybe you'll taste it, maybe you'll touch it. That's an outer world manifestation. An inner world manifestation, still using your intuition, would be your behaviors, your beliefs, we can leave it there. Behaviors and beliefs, that really covers it. Now, why intuition is so important is because from that dimension, you save time. You possibly could save energy. You definitely save emotional wear and tear because there's much less hit and miss. Typically when we are only relying on our conscious mind, our rational mind, that is conditioned and is a reservoir, an archive library of life experiences, we only have so much access. But when we start dripping in intuitive wisdom that comes from unseen realities, but yet when applied is true, then you have what I call a secret sauce. Then you have what I call an edge. Then you have a secret weapon, if you want to be cute like that, if you don't like that, which I can understand where people wouldn't like the word weapon, a secret resource that allows a person to go right into the bullseye of what it is. So the way a person would do that would be to know how to ask questions of the intuition and how to recognize it when it comes. And that's why a lot of people don't turn to their intuition, because they're worried. Is this my imagination? Is this wishful thinking? How do I know it's really intuition? How do I know it's just the same thought that I had 10 seconds ago, which I have been thinking about for years? Why is it intuition, Sasha? So, of course, I teach all of this. And that's the ego, human, self dimension. Now let's answer that question of why is it important from a spiritual direct dimension. Well, right now, I must say that my soul purpose path in this lifetime is to help heal the heart of humanity, is to help uplift humanity. And I think that I'm not alone. I think most people want to help. Most people want to contribute. Most people look at what's going on and say, what can I do to help this mess? Or what can I do to help the situation become more humane, more loving, more unifying, more caring, more compassionate, more strategic, more effective? Sorry about that. And therefore, the access to the intuition opens a person up to higher frequencies of love, higher frequencies of truth. And the reason I'm going to emphasize truth is because here in the United States, with these upcoming elections, unfortunately, the public space is riddled with lies, disinformation, and misdirection of the truth, of the facts. And unless you have a strong intuitive access where you can step back from this flurry, this chaos, this deluge that's upon us and say, okay, I'm not going to judge anything. I just want to know from my intuition, is that true? Is what they're saying true? Is that accurate? Is it a half truth? Is it being said for the motivation of manipulation? Is it being said for the motivation of enlightenment and upliftment and freedom? And only through intuition, paired with one's conscious thinking, rational, discerning, critical assessment mechanisms, which we all have, the two paired together, my mission is to help people get that partnership going, especially before the elections, so that we really know what's going on aside from what the outer world says is going on. So that to me is a spiritual dimension, because it's affecting humanity. It certainly is affecting humanity here in the United States. That means the quality of our life. That means the quality of our ability to succeed, that we're free to succeed. So that is my answer. As you can tell, I'm really passionate about this, because why be here in this lifetime if you're not going to be playing with a full deck?
I think you want to be your highest power, no matter what you're doing. You want to do it to the best of your ability. I think that's right, especially as business owners. We want to do it to the best of our abilities and service our clients and those that have been brought before us, to be able to help service them in whatever their needs are and to help them to move forward.
And the way you said it just a few seconds ago, the highest, yes, the highest potential of what we are equipped to be. That is a very, very, very strong motivation. What I call to live one's highest expression of one's soul purpose path. Yes, thank you for saying that.
Very cool, absolutely. And I know that one of the questions that came in, Nikki had questioned, do you have a book that is out there? Have you written books, or are you in the process of writing one?
Hi, Nikki, whoever you are, thank you for being here. Yes, I am part of a compilation that is called Inspiration. And so I have a chapter in there.
Very cool. Very cool.
And if she wants a copy or wants to learn more about it, when you give my contact information, all she has to do is send me an email and say book in the subject line.
Very cool. So I know that you have your website. Now I know that that is one way to get in touch with you as well, but I know you're in the process of rebranding and kind of bringing everything full circle again. But I'm going to go ahead and pop that out there so that she has the ability to go ahead and get in touch with you on that. And I know you also have a free gift for folks that if they're interested in learning a little bit more about you. Is it all right if I go ahead and post that as well while we're talking here?
Yes, and since Nikki asked about a book, I think what's really important to know is that I have an upcoming class that's starting in August, that if she has an interest in knowing more details about that, again, to email me and to, ask if she's interested in knowing the details. Just for a reference point, it starts August 15th.
Okay.
Should I put my email address in there? Did I give you my email address?
That's what I was going to go pull up while we're talking here. I was going to go get it because I know I have it. So I'm going to go pull it up here real quick and get that in there for you.
Yeah, you got to spell entrepreneursoulcoach.com correctly or else it'll never get to me.
Yeah, it's a tough word some days. Can you do the chat here too? I think you can.
Yeah, you want me to put it in there?
Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it. We're making this work. That's been one of the things I think has been really interesting on these coaching programs that we've been involved with. And as you said it earlier, like we just get out there and we do what we need to do. And it may not be perfect, it may not be right, but that as entrepreneurs, this is life. This is what we deal with. We problem solve all the time. We are always trying to figure out okay, that didn't work. What will work? How can we make this work better? And I think that's really important.
Absolutely. Or else we just stall.
Exactly. We got to be masters of that problem solving, as we've heard so many times from coaches. Like you've got to figure out how to work it around, how to make it work, in spite of the challenges that you're facing as an entrepreneur, because you wear a lot of hats.
Yes. Yes.
You wear a lot of hats.
Well, the thing I would add to what you just said, which is absolutely true, is we have to keep problem solving and the beauty of knowing how to communicate with your intuition. And remember to access your intuition allows you to receive what I call inspired actions, which means the ideas that will come to you, the timing, the how to, the what to look for. When that comes through from your intuition, it is an extraordinary, beautiful, fun. It's magic. There's a flow. You find yourself smiling a lot of the time.
If I'm going to do something, I want to enjoy it.
And for it to be bullseye and for it to be just right where you need it to be with the least amount of fluff and what doesn't work, and maximum do it once or try it in this direction once and let it unfold.
Sure.
That is, I've heard this new expression, chef's kiss. That's the chef's kiss.
There you go.
When it's targeted, it's right, it's timed properly, and it gets what you need done.
Absolutely. And as entrepreneurs, there's always a big hit list of things that need to get done on a regular basis. As I said, balancing all those hats, something I talk about on a lot of times, is we have so many hats to balance. And when you're doing that and trying to figure it out, especially in finances, I know that's one that drops to the bottom of the pile a lot, which is a lot of the reason I focus in on that one, because to me, that should be the top of the list. And I think that's, we're all, each one of us has our own unique gifts and to bring to those that are around us. So it's kind of cool as you're thinking about all of this, and you have the upcoming masterclass that's coming up is it a masterclass or a full class?
It's a full class.
Full class. Okay.
The class that's coming up, I'll put in the chat what it's called.
Sure.
That?
Absolutely.
1 second. Ask Nikki if she's a business owner while I'm doing this, please.
Yeah, let's see. I haven't seen a response yet on that one, so I'm not sure if she is a business owner. Nikki, are you a business owner? let's see. She did say that she's got the strong intuition and seer abilities and gifted, and I'm not seeing either way on that one. So I'm not absolutely certain, but I know most of my clientele are small business owners, and that is, of course, where we're talking about here today and how that really can, okay, unleash. I got it. Unleash your intuition for entrepreneurs. So building a thriving business and life. So here is that information for everybody. It is in the chat. Check it out and definitely take advantage of the free gift as well. Sasha, I'm so glad that you have been willing to, give of your time as well as your gifts here and have an opportunity to kind of share with the folks that have an opportunity to see what's going on. Because after all, it is time to excel, and we have to do that together. So,
well, what I think is really beautiful about the synchronicity of us and how we complement each other is that your business, your services are absolutely geared to help people be freed up to focus their attention on their gifts, what it is they really want to put out in the marketplace. And you make it easier, you make it faster, and you also empower them because they are taking deeper responsibility for where their money's going, how to do it better, blah, blah, blah. I don't mean that in an insignificant way. That's an empowering blah, blah, blah. I do the same thing with teaching how to use their intuition because you are taking responsibility for your life by using the power that you were born with, which is the connection between worlds, what I call the heaven and earth factor. And when you are tapping into the wisdom that is yours, that comes through you to pursue what your vision is of the life you want and how you can serve and how you can enjoy it here, no matter what's going on in the world, for you to know how to do that because it's coming from your inspiration. I just don't see what else a person could possibly want other than to use this highest impetus that shows them a way to bring the best of who they are with the greatest ease and flow and help others in the process, which is what you do on your end.
And vice versa. And that's how we can support and kind of help each other to grow. And Nikki is back. She got some coffee, so she's raring to go now. So Nikki, are you an actual, do you have your own business? We're not quite sure on that one. She got some coffee. She did say she's back, which is kind of cool. And I'm glad that you joined us.
I'm thrilled that you joined us, Nikki.
Perfect. I could be interviewing a guest and I may see or hear something during the interview. Sometimes I blurt it out too. So we appreciate you joining us, and it has been a pleasure to have you here and having an opportunity to just she's from California too, Sasha, which is where you're at. Which is very cool. And I'm here on the East Coast. So, it has just been an amazing opportunity for us to get to share a little bit of the gifts that we each have, what we can do to help the growing entrepreneur who is just really looking to make a difference in their business, to be able to move forward and to be successful in that business.
I have one thing that I'd like to add that brings what you just said across another finish line. The entrepreneur, I believe, right now is critically important because the entrepreneur path is a path of self-development, is a path of a warrior. I mean, it could be an angelic warrior. It could be a tear it down, build it up warrior. We are warriors because we are constantly having to face what only we are responsible for.
Sure.
And then how are we going to keep growing and getting that bottom line met? And in that process, we are a model for those around us. We show what it looks like to fall down, get ourselves up, fall down, get ourselves up, and be driven, pulled forward by a vision of possibility. When other people see that, when other people are in the midst of watching us do that, it inspires them. It helps them to find that same place within themselves, even if they're not entrepreneurs. even if they don't have a business at all, even if they're not even an employee, they might be retired. They might be another, they could be a householder.
Sure.
But they watch the process of knowing what doesn't work and knowing what they want to work, and then how to work within themselves. So we are like a haven of this is what it looks like to just keep going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what we want to encourage each and every one to keep going, to keep bringing those gifts to those that you meet, and just encircling in each. And so when we all rise together. So thank you so much, Sasha, for joining us today on It's Time to Excel. And I'm looking forward to getting this up and running again here and keeping it more. I did really well for a while, and then life gets crazy, as it does for everybody, So I want to thank you once again. Make sure you guys take advantage of Sasha's free gift. It is in the chat. And of course, if you're interested, please definitely check out her class that's upcoming. Tap into your intuition and make sure that it's set for success for you and your business. So thank you again, Sasha. We appreciate it. Everything is out there, and I look forward to continuing on this journey together.
Thank you. Goodbye. Bye, Nikki.
Bye.